Creativity only can come when you merge two different things that are afar, but you put them together. The moment you merge, creativity is happening. AI as a tool is amazing, but then you have to question yourself that you are the ones who are filling this data. And if the data is not there, then it will not respond. As a human being, we are able to create this merge and then collaborate and see what we can get. We cannot replace human. We do wonders. We created AI. So.
Welcome back to Wise on Air, the show where we talk to the world's leading minds on the future of education. My name is Bassem Hijazi, producer of the show. This episode was recorded live at the EarthNA Summit 2025 in Doha, where sustainability, innovation, and traditional knowledge came together under the theme Building Our Legacy. As AI reshapes creative industries at unprecedented speed, a critical question emerges. What happens to human creativity when machines can design, write, and create? Our guest today is Nada Elkharashi, Chief Creative Officer and co-founder of Electric Skin, whose work sits at the fascinating intersection of interdisciplinary design, sustainability, and innovation. She is also the person behind the design of the EarthNA 2025 prize. With her background spanning from biomaterials to creative education, Nada offers insights into how we might prepare the next generation of creators for a world where tech and human ingenuity must coexist. In this episode, Wise Advocacy Director Shaheen Amane explores with Nada what distinctly human creative capacities we should be nurturing and how education might evolve to foster innovation while preserving the essence of human creativity. Join us as we examine whether human creativity can not only survive this AI revolution, but thrive alongside it.
So, Nada Elkharashi, good afternoon.
Hello, Sahlan. Hi.
Ahlan fiki. Let's start first by letting you introduce yourself briefly, please.
Okay, so I'm Nada Elkharashi, a Virginia Commonwealth graduate. I've had my bachelor's in interior design, which actually moved me completely away from interior design, and I went into master's of interdisciplinary design, where a lot of people don't know what that means. And it's basically how I like to introduce it is I look at design from different disciplines. So I merge bacteria with design, I merge people, culture with design, space, and I create anything that I want. Not that I want, but when I want to vocalize it. So that's why I'm here. I've been chosen to design the trophy for EarthNA 2025, first edition. And I'm so happy that I'm here. So it's a long intro, but that's who I am at the moment.
That's great. And I can jump actually into the second question. You've designed the
Yes.
trophy.
Yes, I did. Yes.
Tell us a bit more about that.
So I've designed the trophy according to the word Earthna. It's as simple as it sounds. So Earthna in Arabic is Kawkabna, so Earthna. And I wanted to resemble this to visualize it even further by taking on the word Earthna and vocalizing it, looking at the voice note or the voice wave, the sound wave of Earthna and how it swims from one hip to another. Turn that, and when I look at it, almost looks like a mountain. So I revolved the whole sound wave around the trophy. So when you look at it visually, it actually reads Earthna, and the way it is that it also looks like a mountain. It's hand carved, just like how mountains are naturally made. So I hand carved it with the perfect perpendicular stainless steel finish where the people have their name engraved on. So I wanted to create this contrast of natural materials together, not natural but collected materials. I haven't mentioned it's made out of egg crates.
Okay.
So the egg crates are collected from Lulu supermarkets, Carrefour, and then they're put together with a biocomposite that I've made, turning into a sculpture, and then from there it's being hand carved into a trophy. And what I love about it is that every winner has a unique reflection to the idea, because it is the same but it's not identical.
Oh.
So that's what I really liked about the trophy, that it's the same concept. It's not identical, but they all have, it's the same idea about it. Yes. Yeah.
So, on the top of this, you're also the co-founder of Electric Skin.
Oh yes, yeah. You haven't. It's been some time. I did not talk about Electric Skin.
All right.
It's a good introduction. Yeah, let's talk about it. Electric Skin is co-founded by four women across the world. It's actually a lovely story. Happened in 2021, where I graduated my MFA master's program, and I knew that I had the desire to understand biodegradable materials. I did a whole project about it, creating materials out of eggshells, fava beans, avocado pits, like making my own material from surplus scraps. And then from there, I entered a competition called by design, and back then it was in collaboration with Google, where I went there in solo, but the organization put me together with three other women. I'm here, I'm Egyptian, I was based in Qatar, another lady from France, and another lady from the States, and back then there was also another lady from Spain, but originally she's Venezuelan. And they put us all together with the aim of let's create a project. And we got the idea of how can we make our phones breathe, in the idea of conceptually of how can we not keep on throwing e-waste. So we got in touch with a research in University of Massachusetts, two scientists who've discovered a type of bacteria found in mud that it gets in contact with the humidity in air, boom, electricity is there. So we took on that research, we collaborated with them, we took on their patent, we had we were so lucky that we were able to do so. And then fast forward, we became Electric Skin. We're working on generating electricity from the humidity in the air. We're taking on this research from the lab into the art scene, into the human scene, so we can use it and generate things from air, basically.
That's
And then from
incredible.
there, just last year we were on top 3 in Stars of Science, where I was the only designer in the history of Stars of Science
Oh,
merging between design and science, which was bacteria. And that's basically, again, translates of who I am as an interdisciplinary design, where I like to merge different things together.
that's incredible. And on the top of that, you're also the Forbes, one of the Forbes Middle
Yes.
East 30 under 30
Yes,
listed.
yes, that was a lovely experience.
Yeah.
I've been just last December, before the start of 2025, I was invited to be 30 under 30, one of the Forbes participants or honoree. And amazing. I was like, what? I did not believe my eyes at the first time, but I really was able. I enjoyed my time being surrounded by other participants who I felt like we belonged there together. Like we did not know that we were worth it or somehow, but we were together, and I enjoyed that we can all mingle and connect and network. I think that was the whole idea of Forbes, rather than the title, was to find that network and be friends. And until now, we're friends together. So that was a very encouraging moment.
Having this in a global exposure
Hmm.
has changed something in your mind, in the way you think the word, in the way you
Oh,
think.
obviously. I just met a Qatar TV how's it called? Like, she wanted to record what I'm saying for the radio. And I met her 3 years ago. I was with my first project, Ego. It's Equates as well. That's how the project started, the trophy started. But then back then, she wanted to talk to me so I can vocalize my work. And I was like, I'm so sorry, I can't. And she was like, why? I was like, I can't do things online. I cannot present my stuff. I couldn't. But then look at me now. I was like, I saw her. I was like, let's talk about my work. I feel like that global presence allowed me, made me love to talk about my work.
Mm,
And that's what I really, really enjoy doing. Apart from anything else, I like that I grew that in myself to enjoy talking about my work, to allow, because being a designer, you can do a lot of good things in your studio, but the moment it's out there, you need to connect with people.
right.
You need to learn from people. It's not just, you're not learning from the online. You need to connect and learn from them, see how they behave, to hear their story and listen to how they live. So I was able to break this. I'm happy that I'm able to talk and connect now with people. So, alhamdulillah.
You're a VCU alumni,
Yes, correct. Yeah.
but listening to you, I feel that your developments and learning didn't stop just right after you graduated.
Yeah.
Can you tell us actually how you went through this from the university to the position that now actually?
Of course, it's actually a story that started in my bachelor degree, where as I said, I studied interior design, and I just wanted to design economy seats for Qatar Airways for my thesis project. And when I proposed the idea, the department refused. They were like, "This is not the scope of interior design, Nada." But then, because of their rejection to the proposal, I was like, maybe I don't want to be an interior designer that is only limited to spaces that we have to walk in. Like, I wanted to create, and I did not know who I am as a person. Like, back then I would say I'm a designer, sometimes I'm say I'm research designer, sometimes I say I'm an interdisciplinary designer, a multi-design. I did not know how to call myself, which made me figure out that it's okay that I should not call myself. Like, I'm okay calling myself a creator, and I did not let that stop me. So whenever I had the urge to understand or intersect with a behavior, I would do it, and I would go for that direction. So that's why my projects do not have just one niche. I've done small projects to large scale projects, different niches, different researches. And then from there, I feel like the growth happened by VCUs. I feel like VCU initiated that, and it gave me also the freedom to explore. That's why I also went into master's program with Virginia Commonwealth University, where there I was able to actually be free with my designs, understanding who I am as a person and as a designer over there. So definitely VCU was a very, very enriching experience.
But then we're talking to students.
Yes.
Students today, they feel that once they've graduated, actually they've maybe they're lost. Maybe they don't know exactly how to perfection themselves, how to evolve.
Yes.
What would be actually your advice to those people, to those youngs actually?
My advice is to accept it, to accept that you're being lost. Because up till now, I feel lost, and all the time. I cannot tell you I'm not lost. I am lost all the time. I'm like, do I always question myself? Is it worth it? But in the end, I feel being lost is what drives me. If you don't feel lost, I feel like then you feel like you've got it, then why move? Why move out of the couch? You're already there. I feel like having or understanding, and the understanding of being lost is the drive through. So my advice is to take it and feel scared if you don't feel lost. I feel that's my advice with for the students.
Great advice.
I actually also, sorry to cut you off.
No,
I
sure.
also this year I've been teaching at Virginia Commonwealth University FYI students, the pre-foundation students, where my aim was to do this, to break and let them question design outside of VCU, to merge them with artisans in Suq Waqf, to merge them. Actually, just on Sunday, they will be exhibiting their work in Studio 7 and M7. So that's their first step into exhibiting, and they're just 18 years old.
Wow.
So that was my goal, and I'm happy that I got that opportunity to do it as well.
So what I hear actually is that even though you're lost, you're still building yourself.
Of course. Oh, yes.
And still evolving.
Of course, 100%.
In what sense actually did you evolve and feel yourself today the person you are?
I evolved truly by understanding who I am. When you first graduate, you're surrounded by things or ideas you want to be, but you still don't know who you are. And I feel that is how I want to evolve, to always understand who I am as a person and never stop or find a niche and stay, okay, this is who I will only focus on graphic design. I feel like I want to just continue evolving in whatever research I find. The stories never end, behavior never end, and I love culture. I can sit and talk about culture, behavior for so long, and I don't want to stop there. So that's how I would love to keep on evolving.
So just going back to your studies, you're now actually accompanying those students. How would you imagine the university in like 20 or 30 years from now?
Okay, that's a good question.
Take into consideration that AI now is really involved in the creation and maybe in replication. So I'd like to hear you from that.
AI a lot of people are talking about AI as it's going to kill the future of design and graphic designers. But I don't see that happening. I feel like AI is just a tool, and we should be on collaboration with that tool. So with 2020 and 30 years, I hope, I really do hope that we continue in understanding different tools and merging different disciplines together with design, so it's not as limited. So like maybe in 2030 they can design cabins for aircraft. We don't have to have it so limited and restricted, and AI could help us with that. I really don't know. But I'm not against AI in all kinds, as long as the copyrights are reserved to them, whoever being use it. I'm not against it.
So how do you think the design education need to evolve in response actually to AI tools?
Is to accept it as a tool in adjacent to what we do,
Yeah.
and to not let it overpower you, but rather collaborate with you. I feel like if that's what we're using, and it depends on what softwares, but in general of how I think education should evolve or develop is by connecting with the people, and I feel AI cannot do that. In order for us to develop and to be in the future, we are the people. So one moment we connect with the people, with the culture, with the behavior, there is the future. We have the future right in front of us. So AI does not have that information. So we can use the tool, we can gather the research and then put in some sort of an AI software to help us, but we are the basis.
Yeah. And regarding this, actually, do you think that today the creative side of people is affected
Mm.
by the evolution of technology and maybe AI?
I see it with some niches of designers. And again, I don't like it. So, like, there are a lot of tools of AI tools that can help you create your own logo or create your own branding, like Canva, for instance. Uh, and I don't like that, because creating your own logo is not just simple illustrations. There's a whole research that goes into the study of a logo,
Yeah.
and AI cannot just simply do that. And it saddens me that some companies find this as an alternative. Obviously, it's cheaper, it's for free, and so on. So it saddens me that it's actually the future of perhaps logos could be AI generated, and that's not something that I'm happy about it. So
Mhm.
that's what makes me sad about the taking over of AI.
Yeah. Let's go back to creativity, and that will be my last question. For you, actually, how creativity can solve issues that we are facing currently in this world,
Mhm.
and what are the skills that need to be taught at school to make sure that the future will be brighter than the present?
That's a great question. Simply because it right hits in what I enjoy doing. Creativity, I feel, and I don't want to say only, but only can come when you merge two different things that are afar, but you put them together. And the moment you merge that, that gray area is creativity, or the answer, or the research program. And where education would really benefit from is merging different disciplines together. So, like at Virginia Commonwealth University, they are doing that, by the way. We should merge together with Cornell, Carnegie Mellon, different universities, to bridge that gap together with a research topic, another research topic, a designer. I feel like only designers are able to understand those research topic and then create something with it. It's
Mhm.
not just because with scientists, some of the sciencey stuff stays in the lab, but a designer is one of the takes that research and put it for as a product for me to use, for you to use, our phones. So I feel like that is creativity, and the moment you merge, creativity is happening.
Yeah. Maybe the only thing that AI will never be able to do is to be a human like you are, having all those cultures merging in
Yes.
you, all these experiences, all those people you met. Do you feel that this is what makes the difference between what a machine learning is and what a human learning is?
100%. Like AI tool as a tool is amazing. The fact that you can just fill it with data and it can give you an answer, it's an amazing tool. But then you have to question yourself that you are the ones who are filling this data. And if the data is not there, then it will not respond. So as a human being, we are able to create this merge and then use AI as a tool to put on AI and then collaborate and see what we can get. So 100%, I feel like you cannot replace human. I mean, alhamdulillah, like we have everything. So as long as we put our minds and brains on, we do wonders. We created AI, so
Yeah.
yes,
Nada,
exactly.
thanks a lot for the great human being that you are.
Thank you.
I really
Thank you so
appreciated
much.
having this
I'm
time
very
with you
happy for this
and
interview.
wish you all the best
Thank you.
and hope to hear a lot from you in the future.
Shukran. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.